閃亮登場，全新 Chevrolet Cruze。歐洲記者評為2010年最佳汽車，係印度嘅年度最佳汽車，又係世界巡迴錦標賽英國、意大利、德國同巴西各站嘅冠軍。世界驗證咗呢部輕型汽車嘅不平凡故事。全新 Chevrolet Cruze 同級車系中最慳油，10個標準安全氣袋，加拿大最佳保養服務，超越一般駕駛。Cruze。
下午好，5月26号下午的5点43分，欢迎您准时回到我们正在直播的《活在5点》。在这一节的嘉宾访问呢，我们为大家请到了2010年亚洲小姐的冠军 Jessica Joy Hernane. Welcome to our show, Jessica.
Hello,
How are you doing?
I'm good.
I know you're the winner of the last year's Beauty of Asia pageant.
Yes, that's right.
And what made you decide to join the competition?
Honestly, at first, I really didn't want to join. It didn't appeal to me at first because I've been asked to join other pageants. Like I'm Filipino, so a lot of the Filipinos, they try to ask me to join because I'm a little taller than average. But so I usually turn those down. But when this pageant came around, it actually seemed very interesting because it wasn't. It's Beauties of Asia, so. It's all of Asia.
Right.
It's not just like the Filipinos, not just Chinese. Like we had Asia, all around of Asia. So even a bunch of countries that I've never heard of before. It was really, I think that was one of the biggest factors that made me join because I thought that it'd be a good chance to learn about other cultures, meet new friends, and I think that was one of the biggest points.
Who do you think is qualified to join the competition? Like you said, it's like much taller than the average. Does that have to be a must factor?
Not necessarily, not necessarily. I wouldn't say that. I think that one of the biggest factors for is just, you know, be yourself and give it all you've got. You don't necessarily have to be tall. But I think it does a little work for your favor. But I think, you know, it's not just about the beauty on the outside also. It's about who you are, what's your personality, what you have to offer to the world. I think
that's the most important factor.
Definitely, definitely.
To be confident?
Confidence is a big key as well. I think confidence, your talent, you know, how you bring yourself. And I think if you just show who you really are, it definitely will pay off in the end.
Do you still remember the training process?
Ooh, yes, I do.
How long did that take?
Well, the way it worked first is that there was 3 open auditions.
Okay.
I attended the first one, and then from there, there's a semi-final, and then another process, and they would reduce the girls again, and then until they're chosen for the final. So that was almost a month, and then practicing for another month. It was really hardcore practicing because we also had a group dance, so we also had to practice that, not only our catwalk, but we also had a second dance to learn aside from our talent.
Right.
So we had to practice almost, especially the week of, we had to practice every night until 1 o'clock in the morning. It was a lot of work, but it was still lots of fun.
Yeah, do you mind me asking, what did you do? Like, are you a student?
Yes, I'm
So how can you manage the time, like attending those auditions and finish your homework?
I know, definitely. Actually, I'm at U of T. In my I just finished my third year at U. Yeah, life science. But for me, it was okay, not so bad, because I just finished school. That time it was during May, so it was summer. But I was working full time from 9 to 5. So as soon as work was done, I would run all the way to Scarborough because I live in Brampton.
Oh, wow, a long way.
So all the practices were over in this area in Markham and Scarborough. So I always had to run. Thank God for my mom. She's always there with me. But it was a long process, but it was really fun.
And what is the most memorable thing you can remember?
I think
during the whole process?
The whole process? Yeah. I think the most memorable would have to be when they called my name when I won, because for me, my friends that were with me during the competition, they were all really beautiful, really talented, and I honestly didn't think I was gonna win.
Then why you? Then why you? Like, why did they pick you?
Honestly, I'm really not sure.
Not up to today, you're not sure?
I think I'm.
Have you ever asked those judges, like, why did they pick you?
Some people, they were saying that I seem to have the whole package,
Okay.
I guess.
Okay.
But because for my talent portion, I also did I sang and I played piano as well. But this was my first pageant, so I had no experience. I really didn't know what I was doing. I just tried to make the most of it and tried to do the best that I could. Smile as much as I can until my cheeks hurt. But I think for me, I just tried to be myself. You know, I'm very talkative as well. And as a performer, I always sing at many different events, a lot of community events as well. And I think that's part of my personality already. I'm very outspoken. So I guess that's what the judges liked. So they picked me.
If you have a chance, ask them next time.
I think I will. I will.
Have anything changed after you got the title of Miss Beauty of Asia?
For me,
for like lives, friends?
Yeah, actually, because the slogan for Beauties of Asia is actually Beauty's the bridge of friendship. And it's really, at first it kind of sounds a little funny, but it was so true because I met a lot of really good friends that I'm still friends with up until today. And it's really nice, you know, especially with the Beauties of Asia 2011 coming up right now. It's really great to see all my friends coming back. And even this Sunday, May 29, will be the final for the Beauties of Asia 2011. So I'll be passing on the crown. And I'm really excited to see a lot of my old friends too.
Have you met any girls for this year's pageant?
Yes, I have actually. I was there on the second audition. Lots of potential, lots of potential. And I was also the host for the semifinals as well. And
what did you give them any words?
Like yes.
Suggestions?
Yeah, they asked me to give her some words of encouragement. And the best I told them was that, you know, be yourself because it will take you a long way. Definitely.
And do you still remember that last year's pageant, how many people applied for this competition?
So for each audition, there was about 15 to 20 people for the 3 auditions.
Okay.
So that was 3, and then by the semifinal, they would reduce it to about 25.
Okay.
And then from there, they picked 18 of us to go on to the final.
Tough competition, right?
Yeah, it was. For me, this was actually my first pageant that I ever joined, so I really didn't know what to expect. It was kind of scary at first, especially.
Right.
But the first time, yeah, I didn't expect to win at all, and I didn't know who I'd be competing against because it's different. Sometimes, you know, it's when you think about it, like different cultures, like say, like with a Filipino pageant, you kind of know what to expect, you know what people kind of look like, you know what they're looking for, being Filipino yourself. But this one, it was way different because this is all Asian communities, all. Right. So it's anyone's game, really.
And what did you get from the pageant?
One of my prizes was actually a free trip to Shanghai.
Wow.
Yeah.
You went there?
I went there, yes.
How was it?
My mom, my grandma, my aunt, and my boyfriend, we all went. It was beautiful.
Okay.
It was so beautiful. It wasn't like what I expected because it was during the World Expo.
Oh.
So we got to visit the World Expo, and we went to, I think it was just to other cities around Shanghai, just close by. So it was a 10-day tour.
You like it?
I loved it. It was so nice. I wasn't expecting it to be like that. It was so beautiful. I took so many nice pictures. I think I got in touch with my photography while I was there.
Do you have to do anything special right after the pageant? Like I know the Miss World, they have to like quote unquote build up like a peace world or something?
Nothing too extreme like that really. Like a lot of competitions, they usually lead up to like a bigger one.
Right, right.
However, this one there is not really a second competition, but for things you have to do, usually it's just a lot of the community events now because you are representing all of the Asian communities. So you usually have to attend lots of different Asian community events. One example, I got to be part of the Canada Parade downtown. Got to ride in a car to a little ways. That was pretty fun. It was fun. Also, we got to participate in Caravana, as well as Yeah, lots of community events.
Great, that's great. Very nice talking to you today.
Thank you so much.
今天我们非常高兴请到 Jessica 跟我们聊了一聊她在去年参加这个亚洲小姐选美过程当中的一些感想，还有一些这个获得的经验。那么现在想提醒电视机前观众朋友们的就是在今年的5月29号，也就是这个星期天，那么在 Richmond Hill 的这个 Sheraton Parkway 这 hotel 呢会有他们亚洲小姐的最终的决赛，如果感兴趣的观众朋友可以前去观赏一下。Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
那我们今天这个采访到这里，先暂时告一段落，稍事休息一下，广告回来，活在5点再见。